Hey guys, today I have a Maytag washer and electric dryer set, and right now we've got this one set up. We're using the deep water option. Wash temp is on cool. Soil level, which determines how long the wash cycle is going to last, how long the plate's going to agitate. Extra rinse, we have set to off. Fabric softener set to on. This determines how much water it's going to use on the rinse cycle. So if it's set to off, it's more of a spray rinse. If it's set to on, you get a full submersion rinse for the fabric softener uses. I just kind of like to leave it on personally. But anyway, it's filling up with water. It's running the water through the soap dispenser, which is right under here. It pulls out and you can put your bleach and soap and stuff in there and you push it back in. So it's running water through that. Then it'll go ahead and fill up the tub. You can see I've got the clothes evenly spaced out around the center point. And once it fills all the way up, I'll come back and show you that it agitates like it's supposed to, which is the center plate moving, vortexing those clothes up the middle and down the sides so the clothes move on themselves, and that's how the agitation in this style works. Kind of like a front-facing washer, how there's no agitator in it and the clothes fall on themselves. Same idea here, these clothes agitate on themselves in a vortexing, blooming action. Then from there, show you the drain works and that it has a nice, fast, smooth final spin cycle. When it's all done, I'll move the clothes over to the dryer and show you that the dryer is working perfectly. All things you'd check is if you're standing here yourself checking it out. That way you know when you get it home and plug it in, you'll be good to go. So let's allow it to finish up. It's sensing the load now, and we'll come back once it moves over to wash. All right, I think it's done adding water. It might add a little bit more as it goes along. But essentially you can see on the sides there just about full submersion. You see the clothes pushing up through the center. And they get sucked down along the sides and along the plate on the bottom that has fins. But I use about a cap full of bleach on these test loads. But your machine using the HE soap, this would be kind of sudsy. So it'd be working the soap into everything. Of course then you use that rinse cycle with the fabric softener turned on. Does a little better job rinsing. But that's how it works. And now how long it's going to stay in this cycle agitating is determined here. So if you have clothes that are really dirty, if you're like a construction worker or something like that, you want to switch this all the way over to extra heavy. And sometimes it'll even drain the water out and fill up again in the wash cycle if you put it on extra heavy. So a couple little tips there for you. Otherwise, it's moving right along. We'll allow it to keep chugging along. All right, moving out of the wash cycle. Draining that water out, you can hear it draining the water out nice and fast. From here it's going to move into the rinse cycle after it spins out that used up water. Alright, we are on the final spin cycle and the last spin of the final spin cycle. So this is where it's going to go its absolute fastest. Of course, the more it spins the water out of those clothes, the faster it gets going. In this particular towel load, it spun out, this is the last time, so it spun out twice, so I waited for the second one so you can see it at its fastest. Has to spin at a certain RPM, a certain speed, so it knows that it got enough water out. And that's kind of one of the benefits of these new machines, is it's going to spin super fast, extract the max amount of water, which is going to cut your drying time in half. So it's kind of saving you some energy all the way around. But as you can see, nice, quiet, smooth operation. So we will move on to the dryer next. Okay, the washer is done, cleaned and cleared out. So we'll close that up. Move over to the electric dryer. We've got it set time dry. This go all the way up to 70 minutes for heavy duty. And it's just past that, almost to the 60-minute mark. We've got it set medium heat. Actually, let's kick that up to high. And wrinkle control is off, but you can have 90-minute wrinkle control down here where it goes on and off in 10-minute cycles. Gives you more time to get back to those clothes and fold them up before the wrinkles set in. And of course the cycle switch, you can turn that off if you don't want it to buzz at you when it's done. Lint traps right here. You want to make sure that gets cleaned and cleared before each and every load so you've got good airflow, allowing those clothes to get dry in the max amount of time. Fastest amount of time, I should say. 75 degrees on top of the dryer. We'll go ahead and open this up. Shine it right inside the heating element tube there so you can see plenty of heat coming out of that tube. And that so the heat gets pulled over the coils, comes out of this tube here, mixes with the clothes and goes out right there, which is where the lint trap catches any additional lint and it goes down and out the back of your dryer. That's kind of how that airflow works on this one. That's why it's super important to make sure that that gets cleared out. And I don't have the vent hose hooked up on the back, but once you get it in your laundry room and hook up the vent hose, it muffles that blower sound and you just kind of hear the clothes tumbling a little bit. It's super quiet. But now we know both of these work perfect. You get it home, plug it in, you'll be good to go. So I'll go ahead and get them listed up for sale. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out. Thanks for watching my video. You guys have a great day.